All right, coming to you live from Amsterdam, Germany. This is the IGN PC Sucks Hour. If you're just joining us, PC Sucks.
Console Master Race.
Hi, everybody. She's not drunk enough to do the show yet, but we're going to do it anyway because I don't have time to wait for you to drink that freaking thing.
I'm not going to chug absinthe, okay?
Okay, just for the record, mine started like right here.
He poured a full-on glass.
People kept asking what we were drinking last episode, so I think we should just start off saying what we're drinking. So you just hold up your bottle.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
He doesn't have a glass. He's just drinking it out of the bottle, as you can see.
That was also full when we started.
You're drinking the same thing, correct?
You better believe it.
I ran out of my McKellen, so I'm drinking the Kentucky bourbon.
It's all right.
I'm drinking Mansynth.
Your absinthe from Amsterdam, Germany?
Amsterdam, Germany. The
Amsterdam,
greatest city,
Germany, Switzerland.
The greatest city in Switzerland is Amsterdam, Germany. All right, so we're from America.
And we're all going to hell for that bit.
Check it out, guys. We're making a Zweihander video game, and we might need you. So there's some concept art up there. We actually have the game. We can play it. I've actually played the game. I can play it on my computer upstairs.
Game sucks.
Sucks ass.
Yeah.
And check this out.
It doesn't even have like an ending. You just get stuck in this forever loop. We had to like shut his machine off to get him out of it.
Not really. Control Alt fuck worked.
It's kind of like life.
Can I change my delete button to fuck?
On Epic Pants, you will find that key.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
we
it.
have to do that.
Fuck it.
No, just fuck.
Control Alt fuck. All right. And as you can see here, the game also runs on Linux. Now, so we don't really have much of it done yet, except the lore and the map and some of the gameplay that's all top freaking secret. We can't tell you the gameplay or the story, but we do need some help. If you or someone you know is a really gifted Unreal level designer, we don't really need the Unreal, someone who can do blueprints or coding or that sort of thing just at the, not yet. We need someone who can, actually build the world. Also, if you know the program called World Builder, that's what we've been using to do some of the maps and stuff, but it imports really well into that. Or if you know Maya, 3D Studio Max, and want to help us out with some characters, animation, clutter, props, like cups and stuff on the table, fires in the woods, just, like I said, clutter and accessories. And if you guys want to help, let us know. We've got some positions that will be available, and we'll pay you guys, actually. I mean, not a lot at first until we do the Kickstarter, but... So that's the update from the Zweihander video game.
We'll
Calling out my brother Mike.
You calling him out on the show?
Yeah, I'm calling him out.
Dude, I'll freaking
get on
pay
that.
you.
So are we going
I
to
know
pay
he's
them?
busy. He's busy.
Are we going to pay them with exposure?
Yeah, we're going to pay you guys with exposure. That's how artists live, right? You pay your bills with exposure. At the end of the month, the landlord calls and they're like, well, I got into 2 different movie credits this month. Oh, okay, don't worry about it. Everything's great. You're full paid. That's how it works.
True story.
Mike's not busy if he's watching the show right now. Just saying.
He's probably rendering 4 things, and his computers are occupied.
His room's like 3,000 degrees.
This is just a quick, interesting bit of news. The guys who made the Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which is a very beautiful Unreal Engine 3 translated over an Unreal Engine 4 game that is surreal and has a lot of exploration and is a bit cerebral. Those guys are actually making an open world action adventure game. One of my biggest complaints with the Vanishing of Ethan Carter was that it was very linear and constricting. It was a beautiful world.
Very story driven.
Yeah,
right?
very story driven. But you had this entire world to wander around in, but there were invisible barriers everywhere, and I was like, come on, man.
You had the illusion of an open world.
Yeah, it looked like a huge, beautiful open area, but no. So I'm really looking forward to what these guys can do if they have a little bit of money and they're actually able to make a full-on open world game. So I'm looking forward to that game quite a bit, and I wanted to give you guys the heads up that it's going to be out.
I'd play it.
Yeah. Ethan Carter was great. It's also one of the games we used to benchmark because it's, Unreal Engine 4 and looks beautiful.
I don't want to get too far off the tangent, but I really did enjoy that one a lot. It was, you say it was story-driven, but what I found was that regardless of it was a very linear kind of pathway you could take, but if you inadvertently missed things, you could go back and you're like, why does none of this make any sense? And you go back and you find bits and pieces that you missed and you get a replay.
Like foreshadowing.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. I liked it.
This is your article.
All right, so this happened a couple of days before Halloween. This particular episode of WASD is going to have a lot of vampire talk because it's relevant. There's vampire game news. But anyway, Paradox bought White Wolf. All of their licensing, the rights to everything they owned and everything. And one of the things that was under the White Wolf name was World of Darkness, which was an MMO that I was looking forward to, which was a like vampire social sandbox MMO that was gonna have really good graphics, take place in like a dark city, and I just thought it was gonna be really cool and I was looking forward to it. And then they canceled it like, let's say a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe. And they were like, no, we're gonna focus on EVE Online. And so there was like a cry across the world when World of Darkness was canceled.
Yeah, I mean, EVE is such a different flavor from this game, and so, I mean, there's going to be some crossover between people who like the EVE game and people who want to play this game, you know, there's going to be a little bit of that, but I feel like this is such a different market, they probably could have made both. The people who are making the EVE game, they're making a lot of money on EVE, they probably could have expanded their teams in it. I feel like they should have kept making it, but you know, I'm glad these guys picked it up. It's kind of in the right hands now.
So, because Paradox owns White Wolf now, and so they own everything that is World of Darkness. Nothing's confirmed, but there is a possibility that Paradox could revive what was once canceled World of Darkness.
I was really looking forward to this game. A lot of the reason being is that it was going to be everything that the Masquerade Redemption multiplayer wasn't. And I thought that the multiplayer had a lot of potential, but then they just never really did anything with it.
And also with being a sandbox and the people behind EVE who created obviously a very successful sandbox game, they proved that they can make a sandbox game have true longevity with EVE. And then when they're making this, I felt like this game could have some serious longevity.
Yeah, and I actually prefer the direction that EVE is going as far as an MMO. Compared to the amusement park MMOs like WoW and just most of the MMOs out there, WildStar and stuff, where there constantly needs to be an influx of new content and new lore and new stuff, whereas a game like EVE...
It's user-created content.
Right, they create everything. The economy, whatever.
The story,
yeah. And then it's like... I haven't played EVE really much, but don't they have like almost like a news show of everything that's happening? I forget what it's called.
I think so, yeah. They also made like a comic book / graphic novel out of the actual events that happened in EVE, like player events, and they created like a story out of it. So I thought that was really cool too.
Cool. All right, also this game.
Okay, so since we're talking about World of Darkness and all that stuff, there's another game that has a Kickstarter going right now that pretty much is the same concept of what World of Darkness was going to be, called Dogma Eternal Light. It's a sandbox MMO, vampire, dark. It's like literally the same description, though they have a lot more gameplay that they have to show than there exists of World of Darkness. So this one will probably come out, like if World of Darkness does get revived, this one will probably come out before it, because it just seems like they're further along in the development process.
Yeah, this is pretty good for a Kickstarter game.
Yeah, so they have a Kickstarter going right now. There's 22 days to go, today being December 1st. And I really want to see this succeed. Like, I really want this to be a reality. Like, I'll play this and World of Darkness if that comes out. I'll play them all. I don't even care.
I hope they have an FPS mode. The thing about most MMOs that bothers me, I find it much easier to be immersed in the game. I can play a third-person game and have a ton of fun, but there's a different level of immersion when you're full-on first-person.
Yeah, well, I would like this one if you could like zoom into first, if you're just kind of going around and being social in the world. But I think if you're engaging in combat with someone, you would have obviously an advantage in third-person view just because of your situational awareness.
That's my problem. There's got to be someone out there name me a first-person, only first-person, no third-person option MMO with decent combat, and I'll come to your house and snuggle naked with you.
I guess you could say Mortal Online, but the combat is not amazing, but it's pretty good, and it's first-person only MMO. So, yeah.
All right, Lan Syndicate, check this action out. So, on April 15th, for the entire weekend, Friday through Sunday, we're having a ridiculous LAN party. It's going to be pretty huge. Now, we sold a lot of tickets, and until the end of the month, they're going to be $75 instead of $90. because, first come, get the better deal or some crap
Yep.
like that.
The sooner you get your ticket, the cheaper you can get it
I
for.
just realized this thing is on the set. This is
And?
my very Christian. See?
Oh, very Christmas.
No, it's Christian. See the wreath? They hung one of those on the cross while Jesus was there.
And you take
And the candy canes are actually what the cross was originally made out of.
Yeah. They were
and
actually
you
made
take
out
the
of-
tree inside because Jesus.
Yeah. Santa was Jesus' father.
Santa's God. Praise
Why-
Santa.
How else can you get all around the world in one night? Just saying.
Anyway, back to the LAN party. So go ahead and get your tickets, guys. If you want more information, it's all here on LanSyndicate.com. And you should do it or I'll kill you. Now, this brings us to the next thing. Last week we asked you guys what is the best game to play at a LAN party. And you guys answered with all kinds of different things here. So let's go through a few of these and then we'll talk about what we think. So CSGO comes up a lot in the community.
CSGO's a popular game.
Dota comes up a lot. I've seen this one. He really did a good job.
I like the Killing Floor choice. I love Killing Floor.
I'm not a big wave shooter person. I like more competitive stuff.
I'm not a fan of wave shooters either. Just something about Killing Floor, the feel of it is very like an old school FPS feel.
I think having it at a LAN party where you got 4 people literally sitting at your back and you're all in that. I've drank too much. I've had way too much caffeine. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's dark.
My hands are shaking.
And your hands are shaking. You're like, God, and you're yelling at the guy. I'm just fucking shoot him. God damn it! What did you do? You made me die. That I could see being, the true atmosphere of a LAN party. Right up until it goes from mouse and keyboard to strangling each other, and it only happened one time.
Did it really happen somewhere? People get into fights at a LAN party?
Land
Confirm
fight.
nor deny anything.
Never.
I mean,
This is an interesting option right here. Savage. Not a lot of people
I've
have
only
played that
played
game.
Savage 2, but I feel I can only speak in terms of Savage 2. There's a lot of players, that you can add into one match, and I think it's best when the server is like full on each team, and so that would be a lot of people in your house. And then also, if you only want to communicate to your team, then like everyone who's on your team would have to be in the same room as you, and then the other team would have to be like in a different room, and so it'd be kind of difficult unless you have like a mansion and a lot of friends. But
Maybe your team could be there and you could be playing online with another team.
I just feel like
Who's at another house?
I feel like when you're having a LAN party, like the internet
You're
should just
probably
be
right.
like cut off,
I can agree with that, as a matter of fact. Even though everyone plays now through Steam instead of doing local matchmaking, which is just fucking weird to me.
I think when you get into those situations where you've got that, everyone should just start speaking in code. It's just like any real sports game out there. They've got some kind of
Yeah.
So you're sitting there like trying to do stuff, and you have to look over at your friends while he's going like.
Or just
Exactly.
create your own like language, verbal language.
Yeah, you gotta, take it seriously. Get your
Zoidberg.
game plan.
Do the Zoidberg move. I want to also mention one more, and then we'll go on to our selections. The ship. The ship is a very interesting game, and you guys, if you haven't played it, it's interesting to play, especially if you're playing with your friends. If you're playing with people you don't know, not as much fun. But yeah,
I have that.
the ship.
I think somebody gifted it to me, and it's literally sitting in my gift inbox, and I've never even touched it because I looked at like the store videos, and I was just like, what? And I
It's
just
fun
stopped.
if you know everyone that's there, but I'll leave it at that. And if people out there can either agree or disagree or whatever, so.
Guns of Icarus would be kind of fun. LAN
Guns of
party.
Icarus would definitely be a lot of fun as a LAN game. The other one I was thinking of was Don't Starve.
Yeah, if you want to play some co-op or whatever, right?
My choice for my favorite LAN party game is the classic Half-Life Deathmatch. I feel like you can't beat it. It's just perfect. It's just
Me
So
too. Me too.
we had a LAN party at our place in Vermont, and we played Half-Life Deathmatch, and it was just I felt like I just went back to the 90s. We're in the same room all screaming and yelling at each other, and
So much screaming.
I won all the time, and so
Sounds like
it's
a
just
challenge.
a
You
lot
just go
of
get
fun.
the glue-on gun.
I would grab whatever gun
The
was at my
glue,
disposal.
which was always the glue-on gun.
No,
You cheater. Glue-on gun.
I'm just good. All right, can't handle this.
So,
But yeah, Half-Life Deathmatch is
what the
my
hell?
pick.
They must be playing on one of those strange Russian servers.
Those are the only ones that still exist on it these days.
Man, the Russians know what's up.
If you go online in Half-Life Deathmatch, they're just all Russian servers.
You know, this is going back a ways. When you first learn, you can turn off the laser sight for the rocket launcher.
And just shoot
It's
straight.
great because you're like, yes! And then you realize that if somebody else has the rocket launcher, your rocket will follow
Yeah,
Their-
they're laser.
their lasers. So if you both have the rocket launcher and you're like, ha ha ha, and you shoot him and he doesn't
Steer
know.
away.
No, and they point it back at you. You kill yourself.
Chaos. This game. An easy way for me to describe this game is that chaos is the highest form of order,
Yes.
and this game is just chaotic in the best way possible. It's just. It seems like absolute insanity, but you're controlling the insanity, and that's what's so fun about it.
Snarks are my favorite weapon.
The Snarks, you're one of those
Snarks.
bastards. Snarks, and what's the other one that shoots the bees?
The bees. Oh yeah, that, I don't even know. I
We had a
I
name-
honestly have no idea what that's called, and I don't think I've ever known what it's
Yeah, I
called.
don't think I know what it is
I'm like,
either,
it's
but
the bug
whenever I
gun.
pick it up, though, I'm like, yes!
We had a name for that back when, and I can't repeat it on the show.
Yeah, probably not.
Next up on the list here, this is gonna be a long episode. That's all right. Next up on the list, AVP2. This is the one that you said.
I said, yeah, this one was probably my favorite one. AVP was really great. AVP 2.
I put 2. I'm sorry.
No,
Maybe
no,
I
no.
thought AVP2 was the best one.
No, it was. All of the things that was wrong with AVP, they fixed with AVP 2. And in a LAN party, you've got the one guy who ends up as the Predator, and you've got the group of Xenomorphs and your Marines. And multiplayer, it was probably if you were the Predator, there was only one allowed on the map. At least most game modes only allowed one because it was.
That's kind of like most
ridiculously-
neighborhoods.
Yeah, ridiculously overpowered. What?
Go on.
Anyway, well, I liked running around as the Xenomorphs because you could break all of the Marine weapons. It was great. I love this game. You run around in the dark, climb the walls.
Yeah, climbing the walls was that's the really coolest thing about this game.
You know which one I completely forgot of until just now?
Uh-oh.
Descent.
Descent and Red Faction. This could be a 9-hour long episode.
Anyway, but this
Honorable
was
mention
my
for Descent
choice.
and Red
Yeah,
Faction.
but this one was probably my favorite. Back in the day when I was a wee lad.
Now I want to play this game tonight.
Yeah.
All right, what's next on the list? StarCraft. This is Brood War, but
Well, that's
StarCraft
fine.
1.
StarCraft 1. This one here, very first LAN game I ever played. When we started throwing LAN parties in my hometown, we got like 10 guys together. Ethernet was just starting to become a thing. We actually had a box of Etherlink 3.com adapters. And we'd come in the house, you're like, put this in your computer. Like, what's this? This allows us to play together. And then you have to... DHCP was in existence, so we had to statically assign everybody's IP address. You teach the first 2 guys what to do, and then
But what
you
about
teach
the
them
game?
That came an hour and a half later. when it
Exactly.
actually showed up.
Exactly.
That's part of the LAN experience, you know? That's what makes it so...
You guys don't have no idea how easy you got it. You just plug in and go.
I remember the first time I came to a LAN party with these guys, I brought like 5 graphics cards because I heard certain people couldn't play certain games. So I showed up and I was like, anybody need a graphics card? I got a bunch of graphics cards, and you just give them back when you're done. I don't think you gave that back. Where's my fucking graphics card?
We got some coasters here.
That one right there, actually. That's the one. No, you know what? At that LAN party when you showed up and you brought a bunch of graphics cards, I think
that might be it.
I had 2 NVIDIA cards. I couldn't even tell you which ones they were in SLI. And as soon as I got into a game, and I got them off of like Craigslist or some crap, I got them for like $50. I was just like, it was something above what I had. I'm like, look, if they don't work, I spent $50 and a couple of coasters, whatever. One of them was bad, so when it went into a game, it would have like every other line was like rainbow colored bullshit.
So the screen, it was scan line, enter, leave it alone for the other one.
Yeah, and I was like, "What is this?" And I think if I flipped modes or something, it was like the top half. No, that's what it was. The top half worked, and the bottom half was like crap. So I just took one of them, like chuck this one out, and get the other one working. It took me 3 hours to get into the damn game. I was so annoyed. That was unreal, actually, when we were playing.
It was pretty unreal. What game was it though?
Unreal.
All right, Doom 2 multiplayer is freaking amazing to this day. It's still one of the fastest multiplayer games ever. I love playing. Well, this is with Zander now, so you can get it with modern controls, TCP/IP, and all that kind of thing. But the original Doom was not TCP/IP. But I don't want to get into that. We're talking about games.
But this one here is the one that was, played on the world's highest altitude LAN party.
As a matter of fact, it was. I was actually Doom 1, but yeah.
It was all the same WAD file.
Yeah. This is something I'm going to mention. I didn't even tell you guys. I totally forgot. This is Trouble in Terrorist Town, and this is a ton of fun if you role play it. And so, if you haven't played this game, this is a game where you have a bunch of people wandering around.
RPers just cyber sex. That's all you do.
Yeah, this is a cyber sex game.
Sex?
Clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That right there.
God damn.
Is that piece
That's
of wood.
very suggestive.
Can I finish?
Go on.
So this game, you're all running around together, and someone is the terrorist, and the terrorist has to kill everybody, but you don't know who it is. So you have to figure out who is the terrorist. And if you're all together, and you see one guy trying to lure everyone away, you're like, is he the terrorist? But you get major points if you kill someone who is not the terrorist. So you're trying to figure it out, and it's a ton of fun. If you're all chatting and everything, like why are you following me? Who are you? Are you a friend? And so you're all together and you stick together and you're like, all right, let's go out and let's all wander around and find the terrorist. But the terrorist might be part of the group looking for the terrorist, so it's hard to tell.
I can tell that this guy's the terrorist.
Yeah, he's looking at
because he keeps going
sneaking
away. Yeah, he keeps going away.
Oh, he's the traitor. That's
Yeah.
his traitor. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's leaving the group. He's an idiot. I would stay with.
Yeah,
the
he's
group.
being pretty obvious
why don't they just kill him?
because they're dumb.
So anyway, this is a lot of fun if you're in the game and playing the game instead of just yelling obscenities and Xbox stuff at each other.
That's what we should call it
Stop
these
speaking
days.
Xbox to me.
Stop Xboxing me.
Xbox slurs, isn't it?
Xbox slurs.
Xbox.
So yeah, I actually think this is quite a bit of fun. I might play this at the LAN party. Yeah.
How many people can you get in this one?
I'm not sure. It's a Steam mod, so probably 32 or more. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a Gary's mod, source engine mod, but it's it's a Gmod thing.
Yeah. It's a Gmod game.
Give us money. Thanks. Moving on.
Yeah, like Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, seriously. We're better than Cards Against Humanity.
At least we have things to offer.
No, yep.
I think we're just mad and upset that we didn't think of it first.
Probably.
No, I've thought of it, but I didn't have the audacity to actually suggest that we do it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? If they do it and everyone else gives them money, whose fault is it?
Look, you know what? Last year
No
they
one's.
they sold a bunch of people bullshit.
Yeah, that's true.
And people were tearing apart those boxes looking for the card that didn't exist. They just got a big pile of shit.
It does exist, actually.
I mean, if we're going to sell out, what I'm going to do is make people pay for me to insult them on the air. That's what I'll do. $100, I'll insult you on the air. No, $200. How much should it cost?
On the air?
Yeah.
Like, during the tech?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll insult you to your face.
Well, it's only on the air if it's a live episode.
Why are you gonna be so technical,
Shut
man?
your mouth. Shut
Seriously.
your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm moving right along. Here's our store. Start of the month. This is only going to be available until the middle of the month. I think he's taking it down then because he wants to make sure everyone gets it by the holidays. Go ahead and grab it now, even if you're going to be grabbing it from some other country. Go ahead and grab it now. Especially if you're in Europe, the 3rd is your cutoff date to grab this because we want to be able to.
What it is.
That's Krampus, dude.
Yeah, I know. Well, some people might not know.
Oh, Krampus is Germanic folklore. He's the anti-Santa, I suppose. He comes and basically eats the children or licks them.
The bad
or...
children. The kids
All
who
of
have
them.
been bad.
Yeah, the kids who have been bad. Yeah, here we give them a lump of coal, but over there in Austria, this dude comes and
let me
kills
get this
them.
straight. I just want to make sure I got this right. And with the story of Santa Claus, you're good because you're being bribed to be good. In these cultures, if you're bad, you get dismembered by some crazy horned demon that shows up. Just making sure I got that right.
You said horn demon, right?
I said horn demon.
Yeah.
I heard porn.
I did too. This is the porn demon.
Well, I mean, look at that tongue.
Yeah, I know. His tongue is longer in a lot
Okay,
of
so one of the
especially
first renditions of that graphic, the dude had a hand that was not.
It was a closed fist.
It looked a little bit wrong.
I didn't think so. Everyone said it looked like he was jerking off, but I didn't think it looked like that. But we changed it because I like the claws better anyway. So we got jiggers.
Wait, you like the claws? The Santa Claus?
See at the top right there, the steel mug. That would be great for Moscow mules if you're a fan of mixed drinks like me.
Yeah.
I want one to.
Is that a
just make-
carabiner?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it actually clip on stuff?
Of course it does. Yeah.
So you can attach your car's keys to it, so you can drink and then go drive.
We endorse
The
drinking and
opinions.
driving. I stopped you before you did it. All right, so there's all kinds of crap in here. Just go look at it, patches and whatever. All right. Oh, there's another game. We're back to the games. Battlefield 1942. A lot of people named this one. As a good game, it's like a gazillion people.
I think I like this one because this one could handle, like, what was it, like 64 people in the game?
Yeah, and I've seen mods that allow you to handle like 128, I think.
I mean, if the
unless I'm
systems
lying.
can handle it, I just think it's great because then, I mean, it really is a gigantic shit show once it gets to that many people. But if you, again...
People flying and driving tanks and everything
Yeah,
else.
it really turns into a giant battle scene. I kind of like this one, but anytime I ever tried to play this one in any land, it was like 5 people, and I was like, boring.
Yeah. So anyway, this one gets a special mention. What else does? Ah, yes. I'm going to give a quick mention to Nidhogg. Because this is a game that's fun to play in a room full of people, but you play this locally on one machine. And
Between 2 people.
Between 2
And then you just have an audience watching. And the audience is fully engaged the whole time.
And
Everyone's-
drinking.
Yes.
Mountain Dew.
This is the game that I guess incites the most screaming, even more than Half-Life.
It makes me get loud, you know, and like I'm not a loud person, and I will do like a Xena war cry playing this game.
That's because you're not sitting back and you're chill stare. You're like crammed up.
It's intense. It's an intense game.
It is.
And I'm really good at it too.
I kicked her ass the first time I played it.
I win a lot.
Second time she beat me.
Anyway, the game's freaking awesome. Nidhogg developers, if you're watching this, make some new damned levels, would you? There's 4 maps, and
We've played them to death, literally.
it got to the point where I was like, the first thing I thought of, you know, as far as this Zweihander game, I was like, you know, maybe I could just get a bunch of people together and we could make a complete clone ripoff of this game, except with like way more maps, and just do it and be like, hey, this is a blatant ripoff because I wanted more maps. But I was like, that'd probably be stupid. Maybe I'll just, you know, I don't know. Maybe we could just pay these guys to make new maps with money we don't have. Anyway, that's another honorable mention. And then this is the last mention I'm doing, Medal of Honor.
I loved
Allied
this game.
Assault.
I loved this game. I played the crap out of it way back when.
Yeah, this was probably my favorite multiplayer game of its time with the realistic mod, because I don't like it when machine guns take 10 shots to kill someone. It makes no sense to me, but God,
I'm talking
this
about,
game is
haven't
fun.
you ever seen any movie in Hollywood? Somebody gets shot 30 times and then continue to kick your ass.
If they're the hero.
Then, you know, if
Bad
they're
guys
bad,
take one
if
shot.
they're bad, no, bad guys take 1 shot to kill,
Yep.
but then they get up and come back after you. You're like, I thought I killed you. You're like, ha 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 ha.
That's only the
And then-
boss bad guys.
No, it's just if you have big muscles, you can take more bullets. That's what the movies say. Because either the big muscly dude gets shot up and he's like taking it, you know?
The thing that I like the most about this game is that it uses the World War II weapons, which are a bit clunkier, slower loading, slower rate of fire, so it requires a bit more finesse. But at the same time, it's a hip fire game. There's no aim down the side at all. And for multiplayer, fast, fun, you know, have a couple of drinks and just have a lot of fun. Hip
Couple
fire.
of drinks, Randy.
Couple of drinks. Hip fire is where it's at for me with this kind of stuff. I mean, aim down the sights is good for some things, but you know, if you want to get wild and crazy, hip fire all the way.
Yeah, I much prefer hipfire FPSs.
All right, what's next on the list here? Something else. I don't even know what this is. Why is this even here?
I could not tell you.
I couldn't either. So that's the end of the episode, except for the question.
Isn't that like a total annihilation game?
I don't know. I don't know why it's on the screen.
It's got mostly positive reviews.
All right, so we have a question about stress. I'll let you answer.
Oh yeah,
This is for the next episode.
yeah. So the question from today is, what do you think is the most stressful game for you? A game that just, you keep playing it, but it just drives you crazy.
Where am I stomach?
Life.
Yeah,
That's very emo.
No, I mean like the game Life. That is the most annoying
Oh.
game ever. You like
Oh.
spin the wheel. Oh great, now I gotta get married. Oh, now I gotta have 10 kids and I can't fit them all in the car. I gotta get another car.
Why would you even play that game? You play games to get away from life, not...
Look how many people played the
You
freaking
just said-
Sims. It's like your Sim has taken a shit, showered, had lunch, and worked out. And what have you done? You've sat there the entire time on your ass, clicking.
Or you watch your sim use the computer while you're using the computer.
Humanity.
Actually, you watch your sim use the computer, and then you get up and go to the bathroom because 2 seconds earlier your sim went to the bathroom. Like, oh yeah, I forgot, I have to pee. I think that's why that's built into the game, to remind the players that they still actually have to go eat and pee.
the
and
success
use the
of The
restroom.
Sims is a very.
Well, The Sims was originally made to be an architecture simulator game. So, like, you build a house and then you witness how people would function within that house, given how things were positioned and placed where.
I learned that everyone in houses walks around going,
Well, it's like you can't put a door like directly in front of a toilet, you know, like there needs to be space. So it was actually designed for people who wanted to like be architects and build houses and stuff.
You say that, but I have been in houses where they put the damn door right in front of the
they obviously
bathroom.
didn't play
and
The Sims.
if you sit down, you're like, thump, I can't close the door. Or if you sit down and then somebody walks in,
You lived in New York.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like the rules are off the table.
And the other thing that happens in New York that's just like what happens in The Sims is you can be laying there asleep, and then someone will come up and just build 4 walls around you with no door,
and then just set you on fire.
and then just leave you there. Yeah.
Or they'll throw you in a pool,
all
get
the
rid
time.
of the ladder, and you just can't get out.
Mm-hmm.
You drown.
And this is why I moved out of New York.
Because The Sims. I had something else to say about that, but I don't have anything else to say about that anymore. Stressful games. I think my most stressful game is
You can't say it yet.
is Zillow.com and Realtor.com right now.
That's SimCity 2015.
Now they need to make a sim game about the buyer about buying a house in a really stressful market like this.
We should make it.
I would shoot myself halfway through.
Okay, then you pay somebody else to make it, and then never play it.
It's like you find another house and then 10 people are bidding on it, and you're in a bidding war, and you have to go and like your bank doesn't have enough money in it, and it's like fucking stress, dude.
Okay, you know what? I'll throw one out there that some people aren't even going to think about. Dope wars. I don't care how many times you're like, shit, I bought the cocaine after we, lost all the money, or the money went up, or you sold it all because you thought you made a profit, and then the cocaine price skyrockets. You're like, damn it, I could have made so much money.
So The Sims is like living in New York, and Dope Wars is like living in Miami.
Yeah. True story.
I hate this show.
Everyone does. It's okay.
Well, why do they watch it?
Because they're masochists, apparently.
Okay. What the hell am I sitting like this for?
Oh, show's over. Go away. People don't understand my love for Doom and Marilyn Manson.
Is that a song?
Is that and together, like, or is it just?
Together.
What, I don't understand your love for Doom and Marilyn Manson.
It's a Columbine reference.
All right.
Moving right along.
Rate and comment and
Give us
Subscribe.
5 stars.
5 stars. What's
Oh
that
wait,
mean?
it's
The
thumbs
old
up or
rating
thumbs down.
system.
Oh wait, no, we can't favorite it anymore. You gotta like it. Oh wait, that's just on Twitter.
You can favorite on YouTube.
There's a button for pacifism. What the fuck is that flying thing? Goodbye.